Hey, edgelords, thanks so much for tuning in on your internet tuner. We want you to hit subscribe. Isn't that right, Robby?
That's right. That way you'll get the episodes as they come out every single Wednesday.
You need it, and you want it. Okay.
Here it comes. Just like every week. I think it gets more intense as we go on.
I'm getting pretty amped up to be on this week's podcast called the
Edgelords.
Getting very good at hitting that as well.
Yeah, we're getting better at that. A lot of improvements happening.
You know, the song is not growing on me, I will say that.
Even a little bit.
A lot of music grows on you.
Yes.
After you hear it a lot.
Sometimes just familiarity makes something better, but this, I hate it more every time.
I hate the genre. I hate the
tempo.
The tempo.
The instruments chosen.
What it represents. Who I picture playing it. Who do you picture playing that music? I picture some bald dad doing an impression of what rock is and selling it to like a stock music site, which is where we bought it from.
Which is where we bought it. And it was, we did pay $15 for it.
Was it that much?
It was, yeah. It was, I went premium.
There
were some $5 options there.
We could write it off.
Can we?
Yes.
This is great news.
I think so.
This is great news for me.
We just need one person to donate money. Well, we have all these sponsors, so
we have so many sponsors.
Yeah,
this because we're a very successful, popular podcast, the #1 podcast in Turkey, and growing all over
Eastern
the
Turkey,
world. Eastern specifically,
east of Ankara.
East of Ankara is where we do our. We move the most merch.
Yes, we do have on our YouTube. I don't know. Like we've said this a couple times, but. On our YouTube, you can see where people are watching.
Yes.
And for some reason, so much in Turkey.
We have never dropped below 50% of our viewership coming from Turkey.
They love it.
They love us over there. And you know what? They should. They truly should.
They get it.
They get it. They know what we're all about.
I think edge means something else.
In Turkey?
Turkish, it must mean like tits or something.
You think people are searching for tits and then for 23 minutes watching us until like
there's no tits.
Any minute the tits will be here.
Oh yes.
I have one accent. It's just that.
Any minute
the tits they'll show us. They'll show us the edges.
Yes. Now do a Japanese man.
Any minute they'll show us the tits.
Now do a Mexican man.
Pretty soon they'll show us the tits.
That sounds racist.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That sounded a little too close.
I would like to formally apologize.
Any minute I will see the tits.
I would like to formally apologize to all of our Mexican fans who live in Turkey and are fans of this podcast. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
This week in Edging.
Well, I'll tell you what, Robby. This week,
yes?
I had quite the experience.
Tell
Something
me
I'd never done before.
Ooh, I like this.
I went to my friend's house.
Okay.
And he installed a bidet.
Ooh, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And I have never used a bidet before.
Right. You're not a cultured man.
No, I'm not a cultured man. I don't know how to read. Anyway, so I went to his bed. I had to use the bathroom. Okay, I'm going to say it.
Yes,
I had to use the bathroom at my friend's house.
No one's judging you for that. Everyone has to use the bathroom.
And there was 2 settings.
Mm-hmm.
First, him and our other friend. It was Pat Bircher and Sam Rubinoff. I'll say their names.
Okay.
They were in.
Those are 2 guys who love to be dragged into a third party into a shit story.
Yeah. So Pat has a very, very tiny apartment. It's like they're in the living room. I'm in the bathroom.
Rare combo, by the way. Tiny apartment plus bidet.
Yeah.
He's really operating on 2 ends of the spectrum.
It really is. Anyway, it's a very small apartment. They can hear what's going on. We're basically in the same room. The living room and the bathroom are very similar.
Right. The bidet is next to the couch.
Yes. Honestly, 3 feet from the couch.
Okay.
And I close the door. I go in there, first off, there are 2 ways to turn the thing. He didn't give me any instruction. So I
would say people, you wouldn't. When someone's going into the bathroom, you're not generally like, and do you know about bidets?
Well, I told him I'd never tried one before. You'd think that he would.
Do you have other options there? Was paper an option in this
of course.
scenario? Okay.
Who?
But you said, I
think you need paper for a bidet, even for a bidet, because then you're going to have a wet bum.
Okay.
With asshole. I'm
take
sorry,
your
this is
word
the
for
Edge Lords. Anyway, so I turned it left because I didn't know there was two little drawings of private parts. I didn't understand what they meant. Looked like elongated
There was
W's.
pornographic drawings on this bidet?
No.
So wait, what was it?
Well, kind of actually. now that you mention it. But anyway, I turned it left because I guessed.
Okay.
I didn't know which one of these drawings what they meant. And apparently, anyway, so I get a bunch of cold water on my balls.
Okay.
Not in my ass, just my balls.
Okay. So far, this sounds nice to me.
Apparently, left was for vaginas.
Ah, yes. Okay.
I went, ah!
So ultimately, it worked out. So it was the correct setting for you.
I fucking hated it.
Uh-huh.
And then I turned it right, and guess what? It was even worse. It was
Okay.
like water, cold, stream too strong.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable. Had to dry it. It was.
How strong of a stream are we talking?
And I think I got a bunch of because it splashes everywhere. So I
Okay.
think I got dirty water all over my bits.
And when you say dirty water, what you mean is shit water.
Shit water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got shit on my balls. That's what I think happened here.
Less than ideal outcome.
Yes. So, I'm wiping everywhere, and
Uh-huh.
then it was uncomfortable, and I was cold. I've never had water hit. Nothing really ever hits the back of my testicles. That's like, it's a new experience. I didn't like it.
That is more rare. I mean, if you're someone like me who has numerous threesomes, usually daily, I would say, sometimes twice a day, then you're used to having the back of your balls
Twice a day.
touch. Yeah, I have threesomes with different people twice a day on average, I would say. Some days more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you have
I'm
like a lot of...
very raw. I am chafing.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah, but
I am dehydrated most of the time.
It seems like a lot of work.
And I think I've picked up maybe some ailments from this as well.
Yeah, you're exchanging a lot.
Yes. But what I've been told by some of the participants in these threesomes is that the bumps heighten the pleasure.
Right.
It's like a kind of like a nature's ribbed for pleasure type of way. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. They seem to say so. I'm
Very
in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
I take a lot of pills.
Yeah. God, that's disgusting.
It's just, that's the lifestyle.
Man, you're cool.
I know.
Um,
Should we read a goddamn ad and make some money?
let's make some cash.
Let's make some cash. Super exciting that we've managed to pick up a new sponsor.
Yeah. This is a new sponsor. It's a new company. It's a startup. They're making a lot of headway. They're making a lot of noise.
They're getting a lot of press.
A lot of press.
A lot of articles. A lot of think pieces.
A lot of think pieces.
A lot of opinions. And they're a pandemic-specific company.
They arose out of the pandemic. They're part of the pandemic economy.
That's right.
Folks, this is from the good people at Dogbox.
Dogbox.
Are you one of the millions of people who adopted a dog in the pandemic, thinking it would never end?
And were you a party boy or club girl before and can't wait to be neck deep in foam, wondering who or what is touching your thigh?
Well, the folks at Dogbox, the world leader in boxing up unwanted dogs, understand your plight.
Dogbox will send untrained professionals to your sad studio apartment and rip that dog from its doggy bed you've never washed.
What do they do with the dogs? Don't worry about it.
They don't drown them in the East River or release them in the Bronx anymore.
Nope. Dogbox. You have a 100% guarantee you'll never see that dog again.
That's right. So contact Dogbox by emailing Gary_Richardson at yahoo.com.
Dogbox. They'll kill your dog. The underscore I was not expecting.
No, with your delivery on they'll kill your dog. Graham, I understand you might have something to promote.
Watch my special coming out on the 19th of March on YouTube, on the Just for Laughs YouTube page. It's called Graham K. Stupid Jokes. I'm pretty proud of it. It's my life's work, and a few people laughed in the audience. So it was not available in America. It was banned because it was too edgy in America. It was
edgy for America.
That's right. It was only in Canada. It was only available on a platform. This is true, called Crave TV. People
they had to have it. They needed it.
Ravenous. Yeah, they were craving sex and drugs and stupid jokes by Graham K.
Okay, well then we're ready for our guest.
Dan Soder, everybody. Excited for this one.
Me too. Ladies and gentlemen, so excited to have this guest on the show. Dan Soder, everybody.
Very good intro.
Yeah, well, you might know him from Billions on Showtime, his special Son of a Gary on HBO, the Bonfire on SiriusXM Radio, and now from the Edgelords podcast. So,
and the Bonfire was on hiatus, and now they're back.
They're back.
Yeah, corporate can only keep us down until they choose to again.
Yeah, well.
Guest Lord. Welcome, Daddy.
Thanks for having it. Yep. Thanks for having
terrifying.
it. Yeah. No. It's nice. It's nice and it's welcoming.
People like it. You liked it.
Dan Soder, before we decide if you are qualified enough to give us edgy advice, we have to determine whether or not you're edgy.
That's correct.
So we're going to ask a lightning round of questions. At which point, at the end, we are going to ascertain whether or not you get 5 kettlebells.
Yeah, you're judged on a scale of 1 to 5 kettlebells.
That's
of
correct.
edginess.
Thank you. Yes,
That is so powerful.
and you want 5.
God,
5 is
you guys
good.
You need to get 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, you guys are so fucking powerful.
Yes,
you know?
masculine.
See,
We
you
take
see
a
how
lot
people
of
see?
pills.
You see how they understand right away? They see us. They see
Yes.
our presence.
Yes.
They see 2 men cotton sweatshirts,
That's
and they
correct.
know these are not men to be fucked with.
Not anymore.
That's right. So,
Not if my app.
Edgy lightning round.
It's electric. Good. All right, Dan Soder. First, we're going to start you off with the holy trinity of questions. What is your favorite drug? What is your favorite cigarette brand? What's your favorite alcohol? You can do it in any order you want.
In order, my favorite drug, which is kind of no longer a drug anymore, is weed. So if you're actually going with a class 1 narcotic, I can't really answer that anymore.
Not very edgy.
but it's
Not very
classic.
edgy at all. And then I would say cigarettes, Camel Lights. That's what I used to smoke.
Yeah.
And liquor, I would say Jameson.
You know what I loved there was how definitive you were about all of that. We had so much humming and hawing from
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, from
Oh, I don't
pussies.
drink anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, my mother killed herself
No,
because you're just boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my father to emphysema.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, grow up.
I miss Camel Lights more than I miss my dad. And Jameson is the thing that I like threaten on myself if anything bad happens. I'm like, girlfriend dies in a sad accident that would cripple me. Guess who's drinking Jameson?
It's
Immediately.
Jameson.
What a reward. What a
Yeah,
nice little, go down a
think-
dark path.
I think those are all the things that, and then like weed is the only thing that I still use out of the 3. So weed, that's why it's my favorite drug.
You just did it on film.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
That was CBD.
Green leaves that are CBD.
Are you always a smoker, or how you feel about edibles?
I don't necessarily like. I would never pick edibles over smoking. I actually like to smoke. I miss smoking cigarettes, so I like smoking joints and I like smoking bowls. But I have an ENT, and he keeps being like, "You gotta stop smoking joints. You gotta stop smoking joints. Do edibles." And I'm like, "Dude, the dosage with edibles is not an exact science."
No.
Yes.
It's still even now that it's overseen by the government. It's still made by a guy in a bathtub.
Go like this.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I also like that
What's that? I've already walked the dog.
your ENT's accepted that he's not going to get you to stop doing weed. He's just like,
Yeah, no,
please,
he
for the
doesn't wanna
love
get
of
fucked
God.
up. I think it was almost because I grabbed him by both arms and was like, "If you tell me to stop getting high, I will drink again." And we don't know where this goes.
What's an
Yeah.
ENT?
Ear, nose, and
nose,
throat,
throat.
doctor?
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
I used to get paranoid when I smoked cigarettes, and I got recommended to him. And I went, and he'd like look at my throat, and he was the guy that's like, you don't have throat cancer. So he's like my favorite guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, thanks, man.
Thank you, dude. Yeah.
Hopefully, knock on wood, there's not a day that comes where he's like, and then I'm like, you're not my favorite guy anymore. Now I got to get a new guy that says the things you used to.
I used to have an old Irish doctor, and I'm a hypochondriac, and I always go to her, and I'd be like, I think I have cancer. She's like, why do you think you have cancer? And I was like, I'm tired all the time. I just, I'm really lethargic. And she's like, are you losing weight? I'm like, no, gaining. She's like, people with cancer don't gain weight. You're fine. It's just like, all right.
There's an old Irish proverb that says a cloudy man can't feel the sun burn him. So you're not fucking, you don't have cancer, you're fucking. You're sick.
No, she
you're
called.
sick in the head.
I know you're gonna say, and you stop yourself, but she did call me a queer. You're right. You were right. Yeah.
Now let's sit here silently and
Full
listen
service.
to Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Yeah.
Now your penance is an entire U2 album, the one they first on your iPhone. That's the one you have to listen to.
Okay, Dan Soder, what is your best tattoo? And you have to have one. And the tattoo you regret the most. And you got to have one of those.
Buddy. All right. My best tattoo, I have a crucifix on my back that I got when I was 16.
So edgy.
Fuck yeah.
So
That's pretty
edgy.
good. That's gonna.
But
Yeah.
it is for my dead dad and dead sister, so
Hell
it's
yeah.
kind of metal.
Rock
it's
on,
fucking
bro.
metal.
How big is the cross?
About like
I don't know what you just did with your hand. I don't know what I was supposed to.
I want to say it's like
Was it the
5 inches down.
It's about this big.
Yeah, it is. It really is how big it is.
What finger am I looking at?
Listen, all right, Graham, there's so much confusion. You use Canadian measurements. I use Colorado measurements.
I think you gave both.
That's a mountain man way of telling you it's about 3/4 of a hand.
One time I was like asked for directions, and the guy, he literally went, it's that way. I was like, I guess a left and a right.
Is that me turning a corner?
Yeah.
Am I?
Well, I would guess that's also the tat you regret the most because it's tied to the death of 2 family members.
Oh, no. I got a death of another family member.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I got on my shoulder that I regretted so much that I got covered up.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
And now
it's like, it looks like a forest.
It does.
And
Yeah.
people are like, oh, what a busy forest you have. Right. And you can see my aunt's initials.
Uh-huh.
Let me just bring up what this used to be, because you will both be like, oh yeah, I'm as someone that knows you, I'm glad you got that covered
I
up.
think I remember that, what you're about to pull
I'm so
up.
excited because I've never
it
seen
is.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
So bad. And Robby, I had it for a long time.
It doesn't look like a busy tattoo. It looks like a cover-up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then you did a good job.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
one.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, dude, you wanna talk
Wait,
about
isn't that
regret.
too many fingers for a paw?
It isn't. A bear paw has 5 fingers.
Oh, wow.
Everyone can suck my dick. I got that question a lot when I had this.
called
This
claws?
is a mini mall in Aurora, Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Gets you.
And that's some of their finest work, I'm sure. Like
Oh man.
That's still on their wall.
that's hanging up on their wall.
That's Dan Soder from the Bonfire. We did his tat. I mean, he covered it up, but
I think now it's a golden noodle. I don't even think they do tattoos there anymore. But yeah, I got it covered up.
yep.
So just to hide it. So it just looks like, when you just keep doodling and then you're like, I'll just color the whole thing so it all looks
Yeah,
I
like
used to do this thing to my friends.
It's a Bob Ross tattoo.
In high school, in science class, we sat beside each other and we'd have to hand in these sheets. These are worksheets. And when he wasn't looking, I'd always draw dicks on his sheet. So he'd have to hand it in. And you'd always have to try and turn the dick into something else so he could hand it in. And the best one he did is he made a kid going down a slide.
awesome.
He turned it a dick and balls into it. It's like,
Who drew this penis slide?
this boy going down a penis.
Yeah. Let's put children on it. That'll fix it.
Whoever drew this is now a pedophile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or he just works covering up tattoos.
Hey,
Yeah.
he gets it.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
I guess
Gramuel.
Is
it's
that
my.
really what he does?
No. I
God damn
actually
it.
think
I really
he might be
thought
in
this
jail.
was like,
Specializing
Yeah.
in penis
Yeah.
cover-up tattoos.
Yes.
yeah, I thought fucking Graham was there at the birth of a guy finding his thing in life. He was like, that's what I'm going to do now.
I helped him.
I have a gift.
Dan Soder, who would you rather fight and then have sex with? John Elway or Joe Montana?
Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Joe Montana, I mean, I just feel like the sex part would be the most difficult for me.
Yeah.
You know, because I would, and I think Joe Montana has very forgiving eyes.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
He's got slender, lovely legs.
Yeah. I've heard he
Yeah.
keeps his Skechers on while he does it, though.
Well, you got to push back.
You got to push back.
That's there to fucking dig your ground, dude.
Needs traction, goddammit.
Yeah, he's like, I'll fucking get it back. How do you doing?
I'm the champ.
I for four fucking Super Bowls. Should have been 5, 1 in KC.
Tom Brady's playing in an easier league than I was in.
Oh God, I would have gotten every hit of mine would have been a penalty. Robert Johnson broke my back.
Well, I'm actually a little bit turned on.
They didn't have iPads either. You had to draw up plays in the dirt.
You had to take phone calls. Remember those phone calls?
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so I suck. Okay.
Yeah, the quarterback's got a Vietnam field phone backpack on.
Throw the ball.
Turning it. Got the offensive coordinator.
But you know that famous picture of him and Bill Walsh, and they're on like a knee, doing a play in the dirt.
That's from the 1981 NFC Championship game,
Yeah.
and I think that's him literally drawing up the catch.
Wow.
Whoa. Big moment.
So-
Not a Microsoft Surface.
No, little thing called candlestick dirt, baby.
Yeah. Robby?
Okay, Dan Soder, favorite way to shred your bod?
Oh, that's going to be good.
Oh, dude, bro, I would probably say I like to take a bunch of burner stacker 4, and then I love a fucking high cardio. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then I just slap the weights. I'm in there. I'm doing clean jerk pulls.
Oh, wow.
Full jerk cleans. I'm doing clean jerk kettlebell anal pulls.
Whoa.
Actually, what I
What
do
is
I
that
tie-
exactly? Because I've read about that on 4chan.
You take a chapstick and you tie a string around it, and then like a suppository, you stick it up your ass.
Okay.
And then you tie the other end of the string
No, this makes sense.
Yeah.
to a 75-pound kettlebell,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then you do pull-ups. and then
Right.
you clench your asshole.
Oh,
and then
wow.
it pulls up.
Wow.
That's great.
It must
Yeah.
get very tight, and I like that.
Bro, what it shreds is it shreds all your bitch weight, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what you want to get rid of. You guys are edge lord. You guys are
We get it. Yeah, the
lords
people
of edge.
Yep.
at my
We're
gym
getting there.
are so uptight about wiping down the chapstick afterwards. It's
Yeah.
like, grow up, bro. We're all working out. You know?
Bro, it's like a grill. You need the seasoning. Hepatitis A, more like hepatitis gay.
Am I right, everybody?
Yeah, dude, I work out like an old man that's recovering from a stroke. That's how I always work out.
Wow.
Legit spit take.
I always work out like they're like, Mr. Reynolds, good job.
I just legitimately,
two 10-pound weights.
I just spit liquid on like $1,200 worth of
you really
podcast
did.
equipment.
I tell you, it was the best feeling I've ever had with a spit take because I watched it happen and I didn't wince because I knew I was in the splash zone.
Yeah, you were not.
At the bar, I was like, oh.
Just went on his new MacBook Air.
It's on the
And the
laptop.
webcam.
It's on the fucking the thing that records the podcast.
Yeah. Pretty good. Okay, that's a good answer. That is the most detailed answer we've had so far for that.
Edgelord.
That's goddamn right. We'll see. Don't get ahead of yourself,
Yeah,
pal.
you haven't earned it quite yet.
Jesus Christ. All right. What is your favorite energy drink, Dan Soder?
Bro, what I'll take is I love a little Monster with some Stacker in the Monster.
Oh, yeah.
And then what I like to do is I like to run it through a filter of Red Bull.
Yes.
And then
Wow.
Party Machine, which is actually my own brew that I make
Wow.
of puppy piss, coffee grinds, and anabolic steroids from the 80s.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you've got classic steroids hanging around, huh?
I call that cocktail the Lyle Alzado.
I don't get the reference, but it sounds.
He is a football player from the 80s that died of using horse, I think, growth hormone, and he went out in a real rough way.
He's
He
not
was
a
very,
horse.
very sad. No, he's a man.
But he was
a horse for a little
putting
bit.
big
He played
hits
for the
on
Raiders.
people. Putting big hits on people in the league.
Hit people like a Clydesdale.
Okay, this is a big one.
That's a crazy energy drink, I gotta say.
And it actually sounds. I think you could market that. We could sell that.
Well, problem is I have to color in my eyebrows because they always bleach out.
Yeah,
So.
they bleach out from the inside.
I go to the dead zone. That's how good of an energy drink I have.
He's in the DZ.
Sorry, I just spoke to Franz Ferdinand. He says we're headed towards another world.
Sorry. This energy drink comes with a defibrillator. Must be drink with a friend.
Blast them.
Now that's energy.
How long was I out for? It's flatliner energy.
Yeah, dude, just come back from the other side. I saw my grandma.
I am ready. I am ready for work.
Ready to go crunch numbers.
Dan, would you rather wear Jinko jeans for an entire year or mesh tank tops for an entire year?
Man, Robby, you would be giving me back the 8th grade that I always wanted. And I would say Jenkos for a year. I'll buy the one with the big pocket on the back where the kangaroo's hiding with the boxing gloves in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get some fucking ones and then I'll wear comfortable basketball shorts under them.
Yeah, you can do that. That's the great thing about Jinko. You can really layer under there. You got a lot of room to work. Were you a Jinko guy legitimately in like middle school?
Wasn't allowed to because we didn't have the money. So
oh yeah,
we had to buy. I wore utility jeans from Target. That was Target. That was Target's version of Janko. My mom was like, "These are like Janko," and I was like, "Yeah, I guess they are."
Yeah, the one with like the hammer loop.
Dude, that was Tommy Hilfiger, and those were high school. And I'm pretty sure I gave Trish 10% gross stake in my potential earnings to get a pair of those.
Yeah.
And I negotiated well at 14. I was like, all right, here's the deal. My upside for earning is very high. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get you in now. I'm going to secure you a rate, and we're going to go to Dillard's, and you're going to get me a pair of fucking Tommy Hilfiger.
I'm going to need these carpenter jeans to have any shot of making it.
Man, those were the best. I'd buy those now. Can we wear those again?
We can bring them back for sure. At this point, they're cool if they come back. You would be doing.
I think
something.
they're right around the corner, because it's like right now. It's like,
what if we bring it back? There's nothing more edgelordy than that, right? Or being on the breaking edge
of Tommy Hilfiger.
You're right.
Jeans.
There is nothing edgier than wearing Tommy Hilfiger jeans right now.
Yeah, with that big it was the logo. It's the Hilfiger logo on the carpenter thing.
Yes,
that really sold it.
Yeah,
let people know that you're not fucking around.
Yeah, we are not going to use this hammer loop, but we have it just to show you,
guys. They're available.
Oh yes,
guys. I don't want to freak you out, but I think this is going to happen. And they got the loop on the outside of the pants.
Oh, there it
is.
is.
Fucking go.
What is a pair of those going for these days?
Well, you can go from anywhere from $395 to $30.
Okay, I'd say let's hang around that bottom end.
Seems like that's a wild
discrepancy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're currently making them because the fucking classic one is $395.
I think that's just the old one, but it's the exact same. You might as well just get the new one.
It comes with a Mace CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, God damn, dude, I really did love Mace. Yeah. I don't know. I think you have to find them on these. Like, I think they're only secondhand now.
I remember those
those
pants. You could fit a VHS tape in like the back pocket.
Yes. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, and I know that because I stole a pornography VHS tape from a house party in 9th grade.
We used to. I was thinking about
who was on the cover. Did you know?
It was just the cassette. There was no like cover, but it was what was it called? The Crimson Kiss.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is that? Eating pussy?
Yeah.
Bloody?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah. I don't know. You know what? It might have been. I don't remember seeing that in there, but I really only watched it in 3 or 4 minute spurts. So
we had this buddy that had porn, right? His dad had like a bunch of porn tapes, and he was like trying to be cool, so he'd just like throw parties at his house. He'd just give people shit, but he was like, "Yeah, you guys should like take this porn." And then we'd go to my house and smoke weed after lunch, and my buddy's like, "Dude, did you see I almost said the kid's legal name," but he was like, "Did you see the tape that so-and-so?" And I was like, "No, what is it?" And he's like, "It's porn." And he put it on, and we're like, you know how you watch porn casually as a high school boy?
Sure.
we're like, oh, all right, that's a thing. And then the VHS frazzle went down, like, and then it was trans porn. It was just a guy sucking a lady's dick, and we were all like, what? Like that reaction in my house.
Yeah.
And then we were like, whoa. And then everyone was like, is anyone into that?
Like, how do we feel about this?
Guys, what's going on? But I remember everyone was like, whoa.
Just one kid in the corner.
Yeah. He goes, I'll take the tape. I'll take the tape.
I'll throw it out. I know where to throw it.
I know how to dispose of it. Yeah.
I'll burn it right now. That was what's funny is when you used to buy, my friend bought a fake ID. And you had to be 18 to buy porn. Yeah. And so he just got the fake ID to be 18, not for alcohol, but to go get porn and cigarettes, which is the best.
Yeah. Smoke them.
He went to Newsland, which was this place in Aurora that had a porn section. And I ran in and I'd see a porn and he would buy it for me. But the funniest part was he would drive me home and there'd be three of us in the car. And I just have this brown sack with my porn in it.
I'm going to whack off.
What are you guys doing? And I'd be like, I gotta do some chores. I gotta read. Carrying this fucking suitcase of porn.
Case of sin.
Just taking in splat on my rack too. And just being like, all right, let me.
I mean, kid, the Gen Z or whatever, they don't understand that was how you got porn. You needed to acquire a VHS cassette tape, generally from someone's dad.
Yes.
Who left it out somewhere, and that was your only option.
We had in 8th grade, we would go to my friend's house for lunch who lived near the school, and his parents were hippies, and they had weed and tobacco mixed, and we would take out the weed, we would smoke the weed, and then watch his big brother's pornos at lunch break, and then go back for art class all high and horned up.
You probably made the most amazing art. You need to get your hands on that art. It's probably
they were you were doing a brief Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah, getting in Van Gogh's headspace. Where you're like, I'm gonna paint over my paint, and then it's gonna make it thicker.
No, it was bad. You're like a kid. You don't know. You're just in class what the fuck was that? I remember I couldn't understand where if it was going in the butt or the vagina. I just could never figure it out.
I still struggle with that.
Yeah. In middle school, I didn't see my full penetration porn until high school, until I was 14 or 15. But in middle school, we would go to my friend Mitch's house, and his dad had a descrambler box.
Oh, the best.
And we would watch the Spice Channel.
Oh, baby.
That's just softcore, but it's porn just without the insertion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is every fucking middle school boy's dream.
What you need.
The first hardcore porn I ever saw, I was actually in Canada. At a cousin's house in Toronto, they had a descrambler box. Yeah. And everyone had gone to bed. I'm probably in 7th grade. Yeah. And there was a movie on. This was in the mid-90s or something. And at the same time as the movie Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes was
Passenger
out.
69.
Passenger 69. I saw Passenger 69. You knew about it.
Yep.
Was this a big Canadian hit porn?
Yeah. We don't make a lot of movies. When we do, they're released in every theater.
Robbie, it won the Lure de
What the hell? What the hell?
Canadian Pornographic Award. Dude, the first time you go from watching softcore to hardcore is the first time you see a real fight in person.
Yeah.
Watching Rocky movies.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's getting punched, and you hear it, and you're like, I don't like the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The sounds are upsetting.
Very similar sound. Yeah.
It's grunts that aren't fucking queued up. Choreographed.
Sir, are you okay? Sir, are you okay?
Fucking sucking fuck.
He's quite the fighter.
Yeah, guy doesn't let go. Fuck you, I'll suck you. Dude, I think there's an 11-year-old girl that shares a wall with this office that I do this in, and there's just there's moments like this where I'm yo, this girl's straight grabbing an education.
Yeah, she's learning.
She's gonna go to school, and she's softcore watching hardcore porn is like watching a fight in real life. What a seasoned man thing to say.
I love that this started with a question about Jinko jeans, and it couldn't have been a better tangent.
A great answer.
Yes, it's a perfect answer.
So far, you're on your way to a good amount of kettlebells.
Yep.
Dan Soder, Korn or Slipknot? And to clarify, corn the food. Cream corn.
I thought you meant with a backwards K.
Yep.
You can take it that way too if you prefer. You can answer either way.
Is Slipknot previewing my way out of this world, or are we not? We meant the band.
No, in that case we were talking the band. But
Right.
yes.
You didn't mean the veiled suicide threat.
Yes, we could say this could be between cream corn and suicide.
Cream corn and suicide.
In which case, honestly, I'm taking the way out, dude. I don't like cream corn.
Pretty gross.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like a fucking, it's land cum.
Come from the breadbasket of America.
Yeah, like just middle American slop. Never been a corn fan.
So what's your answer? So it's Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah.
Okay. Not land corn. Not land.
Oh, it's me. You just asked that one, right?
Yeah.
Dan Soder, best chain restaurant to get kicked out of.
Applebee's.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
That's actually the right answer.
Anytime you can get kicked out of anything with a toboggan on the wall, do it. You got the Central Mustangs junior varsity softball team looking at you as you're getting hauled out of a busy
Fuck
Friday
you.
Applebee's.
Yeah.
First off, I know for a fact you don't use Jack Daniels on your wings, you fucking liars.
This coupon expired 2 days ago. Just give me the riblets.
I asked for a blackened chicken Caesar salad, and what you gave me was a hunk of shit. So I'm gonna fight your whole lunch staff. Line them up.
I'll work my way up. Start with the sous chefs.
Let me see their social security numbers.
Yeah, bring them out. If you can get kicked out of a Fuddruckers, number one, it's impressive if they still exist. Number two, you got to make someone's burger a part of it. You got to make your own burger as you're getting kicked out, like you do.
Yeah.
Each station, you go, and another thing, I don't slap fucking lettuce on it. And you go, and that's just a reason that I am leaving. And then
Big bite of the burger you just made.
Fuck Fuddruckers. God, I would love a Fuddruckers burger right now.
Yeah, I like a good Fuddruckers. I like a Johnny Rockets.
Oh man,
yeah,
Johnny Rockets was great.
Johnny Rockets was great. Yeah,
Are they still around?
I don't know.
If they survive the pandemic, that's like Chris Christie beating COVID. Yeah. like Johnny Rockets can make it through as a business. You have zero excuse.
Dan Soder, what is your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I mean, the hack answer is Michelangelo. I would say as a child, it was Leonardo because I wanted to be a leader. But now as an adult, it's Raphael because I understand his anger at everything.
That's good.
Yes.
I really understand Raphael now.
Same. I'm a Raphael guy, but I never went on a journey like you did. I never had ambition from the start. I always knew that I'm not going to be Leonardo. I'm going to be brooding in the corner that Leonardo got to be the leader.
You know what, Robby? I don't want to lie to you. If I'm being fully honest, it was the double swords. It had nothing to do with leadership. I like the weapons.
I appreciate your honesty.
Double sword's pretty rad.
It's super rad.
Donatello's the worst one.
The science guy with the stick.
The science guy with the stick.
Yeah.
He's a dork that beats you up with a branch.
Yeah.
He's a guy. He's like, stop whipping me.
Ow.
Hi-ya.
Once I get back to the lab, it's over for you.
Also, do you know how brutal it has to be to watch Master Splinter eat pizza? You just have to be like, he's a giant rat. And he's like, I don't feel like partying anymore, dude.
I need to leave New York. This is not a good place for me.
Yeah. We got to leave these sewers. It smells like shit. Watching this rat eat is disturbing.
Also, does it feel like it should be our responsibility to fight this Japanese crime syndicate? I mean, shouldn't this fall to the police? It just seems like
we're kids.
A lot of problematic views of Japanese culture and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's all I'm saying.
What is wrong with it, Dan Soder?
Yeah.
My name is a Mako Shredder.
Yeah.
Why are you doing the accent?
Yeah, and now you can't even say ninja on TV anymore.
Whoa.
You know? Yeah. It's just the teenage N-word Ninja Turtles.
The N-word turtle. They go, what the fuck?
Ninja. It stands for ninja.
And they recast their voice so it's like 70s blaxploitation, and you're like, I don't think I trust this at all.
I don't like this.
Hey man, I love pizza.
I'm 15 years old.
I'm 17, man. This is how the authorities would look at them as a threat, though.
Oh yeah, it's a whole other show at that point.
17-year-old black children are a big threat to local police officers. They're always like, fuck, oh my god.
Yeah, they're trusting the Japanese guy covered in blades over the 17-year-old black teenagers.
Just once, I want to see Shredder and anything just go like, ow. Fuck.
Goddamn.
Just cut himself on one of his blades.
Wipe his asshole.
Oh my god. He's like, better take these off.
I'm more of a bidet man. No reason.
Splash. Crayon bought me a Bebop and Rocksteady got me a bidet for my birthday.
Changed my fucking life.
Oh man, I have some serious scar tissue on the inside of my cheek.
You don't ever complain to me about anal fissures.
Yeah. I wish those are God-given. My scars are man-made.
The name Shredder is about my asshole. People don't know that.
It looks like an empty bowl of mini wheats.
All right. Favorite babe
Of all time.
of all time. Man or woman, we don't judge.
Yeah, dude.
But if you say man, you're gay.
Yeah, well, that's usually how that works.
Yeah, that's literal, yeah.
Favorite
It's important
babe.
to clarify.
I'm taking this very seriously, but just because I'm in the 8th grade mood, dude, I'll say it. Shannon Tweed.
Wow.
Shannon Tweed ruled when I was in middle school.
She did,
That's an all-time babe right there.
That is an all-time babe.
I
Yeah.
met Gene Simmons, and I was still like, you lucky motherfucker.
You son of
You
a
got the
bitch.
best set of boobs in the 90s.
Yeah, he did good. Now when I see him, he makes me deeply sad. Deeply sad.
He came on the Bonfire, and it was a bummer.
Really?
Why? What do you... Can you
He's
get
just
into
everything. He's just like an old man, and then he's like, everyone knows how much I love women. Fuck women, and I love business. And you're like, all right, dude. All right, I got it.
They are. That was their big thing. They kind of fooled everyone, but they were the most corporate rock and roll band of all time.
But then they all came in, and Paul Stanley fucking ruled.
Okay, yeah.
Paul Stanley was awesome, and then the other guys.
Ace Frehley.
No. It was 2 new guys that Jay knew that I didn't know. That I was just like,
They got new
I don't know.
Kiss members. It's
You're
so
not
great for them because with the face paint, they can just switch out. They can put whoever the fuck they want in there. You don't know.
and then there's me just in studio going, "You're not my stepdad's Kiss." Sorry, don't count.
And final question of the edgy lightning round. Dan Soder, what is your favorite euphemism for sex?
It's one my Aunt Karen taught me when I was a kid.
Already off to a good start.
Bumping uglies.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good one. Hey, Karen.
Bumping uglies is classic.
That's bar speak.
It is. And how did it come to be that Aunt Karen taught you about bumping uglies?
She's just my funniest family member.
Okay.
And then after my dad died, her and I got close, and we were hanging out, and we just talk all the time. And she's like, I mean, it's like you fucking walk in, it smells like these guys are bumping uglies. And you're like, oh, what? She always had a cool way to say that. Her and my dad, because they're alcoholics, they have bar speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the most naturally funny way of talking.
Smells like bumping uglies is such an amazing combo as well.
So descriptive.
Kind of like shit, I guess.
I used to work for a much older guy from Arkansas when I worked at a small business, and someone showed up late or whatever, and he because he was out the night before, and he's like, "What? You stay up late trying to get some stank on your pole?"
That's good.
Yeah.
Stink on the pole's a great one.
Yeah.
We're doing a show with Big Jay. I feel like I've heard every single euphemism there is for sex.
Yeah.
Tell me if you've heard this one. Because when you said your aunt told you that one, it reminded me of my friend, his uncle. He's like a classic creepy uncle, and he was like 11, and he's like, do you have a girlfriend? And he lied, and he was like, yeah. Even though he didn't have. And then his uncle was like, did you you test the water temperature yet? You grab the faucets like they're boobs, and then you test the temp.
Yeah,
like
I kind of hate seeing you do the
that's the worst part
of that act out,
it's the middle finger and the ring finger up to test the temp.
But I bet you can find some women that wouldn't disagree with the technique.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Slap some tit and check the drip.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Shane Torres on this very podcast.
Slap some tit and check the drip. Hell yeah. So cool. So fucking cool, man.
Man, you're our Aunt Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's the coolest thing you can say, except I'm not a former crack addict.
Shane Torres introduced us to Trade and Paint, which I love as well.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. That's a football term.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Trading paint.
Trade
is-
paint.
God, he's so Texan.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
such a Texan.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
perfect.
He
Trading
can't turn it
paint
off.
is my favorite. That's my new favorite one. What happened? We went out to dinner, went home, trading paint.
Trade paint.
Just trade some paint.
It stuck with me. Okay, this is my easiest edgy lightning round score tabulation of all time.
Well, yeah. Well, we just have to tabulate, though.
I mean,
it's
of
just-
course we have to tabulate,
Sure. I
but-
mean, it's just.
But I think, look, between the anal clean and jerks,
Yeah.
which is that's a power
Yeah.
move right there.
Drops a lot of water weight.
A lot of water weight gone.
Bowl of Wheaties.
Yeah, great line. Jinkos for a year, and that's an actual life aspiration that he had at one point.
It was
I
a
think.
dream
Yeah.
that was taken from me.
Yeah. Shannon Tweed.
Lot of dead tattoos, dead people tattoos.
Oh, a lot of
That's
dead,
good.
covered up
That's-
tats. Yeah. I like that he was accurate on the bear paw.
Because
That's important.
you only get told that a couple times. We go like, is there 5?
Oh, and then of course the Monster Mashup energy drink that kills you and brings you back to life.
Yeah, bleaches
The
your
dead
eyebrows from
zone.
the inside.
Yes.
I'm gonna say 5.
This is five
Five
kettlebells.
kettlebells.
Five
Yeah,
kettlebells,
five
Dan.
We got 5 kettlebells here.
Congratulations.
Very
All
clearly
varying
5.
weight, so I can get a good pump.
Very good.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And that gives you also my first edgy lightning round where I did a spit take. My first
yes,
legitimate
you
spit
spat
take.
all over your expensive technology.
Yes. Yeah. I'm
Now it's
actually
in there,
concerned
dude.
about it.
Now it's just gonna. If you had any sugar in your mouth, it's gonna be sticky central all over where you spit.
My friend used to work at the Apple store, and people would bring in like their laptops, be like, I don't know why it doesn't work, and he'd be like, all right, I'll open it up, and he's like, did you spill anything on it before I open it up? Just so I know. And they're like, no. And he'd open it up, and he said one time he opened it up, and it was just a bunch of dried Coke with a bunch of ants eating the sugar, just crawling around. Absolutely not.
No, the ants
Never
brought
spilled
this
on
here.
Yeah, no, and there's just my keyboard crawls.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But Dan, you have qualified to do some scalding hot takes with us because
Yes.
of your kettlebell status.
Yes.
Scalding hot takes.
Ouch.
Burn me, Daddy.
Just makes sense.
This makes sense. You want to go first? Why don't you hit us?
This feels pretty hot to me. You let me know, Dan. We're trying to get edgy, so just
Yeah.
let me know. Expensive coffee doesn't come in a can, and it fucking sucks. Having it in a bag is harder to scoop out every morning and then reseal it. It's
Yes.
supposed to be more expensive. Put it in a can. Cheap coffee, chock full of nuts, Folgers, in a can. Better receptacle. Why do the poor people get a better receptacle?
I'm happy they do because I'm a chock full of nuts guy myself. Personally.
I'm gonna give you a hot take.
Yeah.
It's because coffee companies know the poor people are going to use the cans for other things.
Oh.
Like a change can
Yes.
Yep.
is in everyone's family.
Yep.
Rich people,
Or put your dead family member, use it as an urn.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Chock
Rich
full of
people-
dad.
Yeah.
chock full of Uncle Chuck. Let's just spread him at the fucking
Full of
reservoir.
Uncle Chuck.
I would say that rich people and nice coffee have the bags because rich people buy more shit and they just throw stuff away. So they don't need
Right.
to hold on to stuff because they're rich and they know that they can just buy shit.
What annoys me is I have to buy a poor people can, and then I have to either throw out the beans or use that shitty coffee, but then I reuse the can and when it's empty, I reuse it and put the good coffee
You put the
in.
good coffee in the cheap
That's what I do.
I like
but
that.
then people come over and they think I'm poor, but I'm not. I'm rich.
Yeah, you have to tell me when you're,
I'm rich.
as you're making them coffee. I'm actually rich.
This is very good coffee that I put in very bad coffee's clothes.
Yeah.
That's like that. That's like that Nate Bargatze joke on Tennessee Kid, where he's like, the dog medicine, and she's like, "That's new medicine in an old dog, that's new medicine in an old medicine's container." And he's like, "I mean, how crazy is that? How would I know that?"
Yeah.
That's not milk. That's not old milk. That's the new milk in the old milk container. I always think about that. I'm like, it's so fucking funny.
She's like indignant about it, telling him.
Yeah.
Like,
I know who you know.
Yeah.
It's fucking perfect. That's one of my favorite bits.
He was on last week.
Hey.
All right, this scalding hot take, while scalding hot, is kind of more of a serious one. Usually I have a pretty dumb scalding hot takes, but this one is legit because I am triggered. I think there should be a law that articles claiming people are outraged by something have to cite at least 250 tweets.
I really agree with that. I really agree with that. My girlfriend and I were speaking about that last week, where we said, like, any article you see, it's usually 6 tweets, and they're all people that are just know that they're going to get into a fucking Newsweek online article. So I would say, if we're going to make this thing actually work, 100 tweets.
Okay, that's fair. I think even that is fair. Just like this is triggered by the Bill Burr presenting an award at the Grammys, and he made a joke, and then suddenly all these publications, like, people are outraged, and they all cite literally 3 tweets from 19 and 20-year-old kids who are like, they're not supposed to like some 51-year-old man ranting about shit, but no one cares.
I have 2 observations about this. Number one was I remember when I put out my Comedy Central half hour, my best friend in Colorado, I went home for Christmas, and we were like driving to go get food and then go to his house and smoke weed. And he's like, "Can I tell you something? My mom didn't like your special." And I was like, yeah that's good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. She's a 63-year-old Irish woman. I don't think I'm gunning for her.
Right.
But the second thing I thought about is, what's worse than reading the publication about getting outraged is going into the replies of one of those outraged people things. And one of them was like, "Cage all white men." It was like, this is why we need to cage all white men.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny if she put that out there, like, fuck them, cage them.
Cage all of them.
You are awesome. Who are you? Cage white men. And then I read the replies, and they were all like you said, like 19-year-old, 20-year-old girls that don't really know. But the one that really made me laugh was like, "Who thinks this is funny? I'm putting out my own comedy album in 6 months. I hope you guys listen." And I like looked at her Twitter profile.
Oh God, yeah.
I was just so enamored with it. I was like, "What are you?
Yeah.
How are you? Who just like tweets out to the world like, I'm putting out a comedy album," and you're like, "Are you a comedian?
Do you do this?"
I love the confidence of young people who've never done anything yet.
Yeah.
They just think the whole world is this is very quickly turning into a bunch of men in their 30s. Fucking kids. These damn.
No, but that was their classic example of that. That was a classic example of young kids reading it as that was incredibly offensive, when it's like, no, it's not. He was making fun of himself. What are you talking about?
There was one that I saw that was particularly funny, and it was somebody wrote like, somebody posted, "Oh, you think he's racist?" and then posted a picture of him and his wife, who was black.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody commented on that and went like, "Actually, a lot of racist people have black spouses, and it's a form of racism because they like owning a black slave."
Yikes.
And then the comment, and this person was verified. This person was verified who made that point. And
I want to know who this person is.
And then all the comments under that were black people going, "Fuck you."
Dude,
and the person who commented that was white, and all the people commenting were like, one of them was like, "You win. You have the worst tweet ever. You have won. You can like delete your account now." It's like that kind of like, it was very special.
Well, that's what happens online, is you get so spun around and you're told all this shit is this thing that you end up yelling at a thing that you're trying to help, which is weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very weird. And it's like, it's usually a hot young girl energy or confidence.
Yes.
Because they're like, no one takes me seriously, but now I have a serious take. And it's like, but you don't even know your take. You don't even know. And I'm bad at it. Listen, I'm very bad at social media. But what I've realized is if you think something's offensive, give it a second, read it, see what it's about, then make your opinion. That person probably just saw that and was like, by the way, people in mixed marriages are the most racist.
Right.
You didn't say that out loud. 'Cause if you would have said that out loud, you'd be like, what a dumb shit thing to fucking
Insane
think.
thing to say. Yeah.
It was pretty good. It's pretty
That's
good.
so fucking funny.
This is a real
so
person
fucking
walking
funny.
and talking and voting.
And
a real
Twitter was
person.
like, this is that person. Verify them.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hit us with a take, Graham.
This is another hot take right here coming down the pipe here is it's not fair that Gen Z gets to wear comfortable pants and comfortable chunky white shoes. And my generation, back in my day in 2017, we had to wear skinny jeans and Vans. Just our balls were cut in half by the seam, and our arches were collapsed in Vans. It's not fair.
I would agree with you, but then you remember that like 2 generations before us, they had to wear suits in July with no air conditioning.
It's true. And hats.
Good point.
Had to have a hat.
Put on that hat.
Yeah.
You had to go fucking full Atticus Finch just to go get milk that was going to spoil down at the store.
Put on that vest before you put on the suit.
But we're all
Well,
fighting
where's my
back.
big chunk of watch that I have to have right next to my chest? That I don't think about the job.
They wore an undershirt, a shirt, like a button up, a vest, a suit jacket, wool pants.
Oh,
Every day. Yeah.
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 Oh, and then I'm in my fucking Land's End sweats and my Denver Nuggets t-shirt, and I'm like, I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah, but don't. We went through some shit too. I always had to have room for cargo in my shorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was always prepped for. I need a lot of pockets here.
Yes.
You never know.
As a cigarette smoker, it fucking ruled.
Oh, loved a good cargo short. Yeah.
Loved the cargo shorts. Always had my smokes in one pocket, a lighter in the other. Pack that was almost done in a new pack.
Yes. Ready
Love
for
the cargo shorts.
urban
What a
safari.
life. What a life. You loved shorts. I remember you used to always you'd be riding the subway with shorts and you'd change to show pants.
Yep. I still did. I did that up like before the pandemic. I bring jeans with me to the bonfire. I wear my shorts to the bonfire in the summer. And then the show's over at 7, so it's usually cooling off. And I put my jeans on in the studio. And then I just go do the show. I mean, I'm usually sweating my ass off the second I get on the subway. But
This is where you could learn from Big Jay on the shorts jeans hybrid. You know,
Man,
those calf
he
length
nailed
jeans where it's like he never needs to change.
yeah, he's living in the future. He's got me beat.
He always has been. He's big on. He's got the fingerless gloves. He's got all of the things that don't quite fully cover up.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
got the half indoor pool on everything. He's half indoor pool on all of it.
All right, here's a scalding hot take. My wife and I, we were watching some TV show, and a couple had babies. They had twins in the show, and then in the show they were holding actual newborn babies. These were babies that couldn't have been more than a week old. And if you are a parent who ships off your babies to be delivered to Hollywood TV sets,
Yes.
your kids need to be taken away. If you're the type of parent who's like, you're 0 years old, when are you going to start pitching in around here? You know,
Yeah.
When are you going to pull your weight, which is 8 pounds 6 ounces?
Yeah.
You're a garbage parent,
Pulling your that's good.
and you shouldn't. Those kids should just stay. They should live on the Hollywood set now and have to be in boy bands.
And you just fucking scorched those parents,
I
dude.
did. Yeah, fuck those
Dude,
parents.
fucking good luck, parents. You got 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Anyone that signs their kid up for acting before the age of 5 the state should intervene.
Yes, good. So we're in agreement.
Yeah, Child Protective Services needs to come by and be like, "How you doing, CPS? Did you submit your son for baby number 2 in the new Quentin Tarantino movie?"
Did you realize how many shots of your baby's feet were going to be in that movie?
Yeah. You understand that your baby is now SAG eligible? So that's pretty cool.
Speaking of white and black people, I I think I live in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, which is predominantly a black neighborhood, and a lot of white people have been buying homes and moving in.
This is why they should be caged, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see the way they dress compared to the black people and the cars they drive compared to the black people. Because the way black people dress and the cars they drive, they're trying to show that they have more money. Like they'll have if they can afford 3 rims, they'll have 3 rims on their car.
Okay.
And they'll have nice shoes on. They'll be dressed immaculately. Look very nice.
In your neighborhood in Bed-Stuy.
In my neighborhood in Bed-Stuy. And then all the white people who own the expensive homes will be dressed like dock workers from the 50s.
Sure. Yeah.
And wear really crappy shoes. And they'll have vintagey, an old Bronco with patina on it. Or an old Mercedes that's from the 70s.
Yes.
Everything is
But everything's curated. It's expensive to look that
it's
poor.
fake poor.
Yes.
And then
Man,
This is your coffee. This is your coffee situation.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem.
I'm
This is
part of the
putting
problem.
this is a fancy
Actually,
coffee in the chock full of nuts.
they're ashamed of how rich they are, so they're trying to do this fake poor thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you see, I mean, dude, that is prevalent. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of money to look poor. And then I realized when Carhartt was
Oh yeah.
when that got picked up by rich people, and I was like,
Carhartt
damn,
right
you
here,
guys-
baby.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So you are the
Carhartt
thing
is-
you're describing.
I own several homes.
Carhartt though, Carhartt was a thing of I remember in 2001 when I moved up to Alaska and worked there, it wasn't a thing that you read about in magazines. This guy I worked with, I was like, oh man, my sweatshirt's all fucking cold and shit. He's like, what is that, Adidas? He's like, get a Carhartt. What the fuck are you doing up here? And I was like, Card hard?
Yeah.
Carhartt, you fucking moron. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I 3 years ago in a store, where my grandma lives is the second poorest county in California. And it's a lot of guys that do a lot of manual labor. And there's this restaurant that's in a hardware store that has one of my favorite French dip sandwiches.
Oh yeah. That sounds
It's
good.
crazy. It's I take my grandma there every time. I love Woody's. Shout out to Woody's in Kelseyville.
Shout out to
But they
Woody's
also-
in the second
Restaurant-
poorest neighborhood in California.
In
It's
a
the
hardware
same-
store.
Yeah, it's I think Lake County is this. My friend John told me that's the second. It's 47 out of 49 or 46 out of 48 in poverty in
Great.
California. So you're like, cool. That's why meth was big in the late
People
90s.
don't know. People, when they think of California, they think of Katy Perry on the beach, top down. But the second you get 15 miles away from water, it
Yeah.
is just desert, bombed out meth town.
You don't think of
Or you go north.
Stockton,
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, because that's where my grandma's in Northern California. So you're like, oh yeah, the Bay Area is very liberal. And then 2 hours north of that, off the 101,
Yeah.
it's real fucking scary in
Yeah.
points.
Yes.
But I remember being at the hardware store with my grandma in 2011, 2012. And I was like, I bought a Carhartt hoodie because I was like, it was winter. And I was like, oh, this is a good hoodie. And then I had it and I just never really wore it because I was like, it was too sturdy. I don't know why. And then someone was like, you have a Carhartt hoodie? Those are fucking super expensive. I'm like, I bought this at Woody's in Kelseyville.
It came with a French dip sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was delicious. But that's what they do is they find that it's like Mumford and Sons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mumford and Sons are all wealthy kids.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
all super, super fucking wealthy. And then they sing songs like they're Oklahoma farmers from
Yes.
the 30s.
Yes.
It's like, you guys have never done manual labor.
No.
Right.
Yeah, and then they're like, I will wait for new
Yeah.
crops. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, that's the same. That's the same with Bruce Springsteen, who I love, who is just
Yeah.
this one's for all the factory workers in Columbus. It's like you've been famous since you were 17 or whatever.
One of my favorite Colin Quinn bits is when he's like, what a phony Springsteen is. There's a welder in Union, New Jersey missing a thumb because the boss decided to do a 36-minute version of Rosalita on a Tuesday. Doing these 4-hour concerts. Most of those guys have to get to work the next morning. He did it in front of Springsteen too.
Oh, really?
At this benefit, which is the coolest to have a bit about someone and do it in front of them.
That's pretty rad.
That is cool. Yeah.
If you're going to do it, you might as well do it in front of him. I bet you he laughed though, because it's like,
Yeah, we was probably like, oh, all right, man. Well, if I ever have the chance, you're gonna die, and that's why Colin Quinn got killed. He's stumbling, mumbling on the Weekend Update. It's just a Springsteen song about Colin Quinn.
it's quite good.
All right. Well, Dan, thank you so much. Thank you for being a guest on the Edgelords. I learned a lot as well. You're a 5 kettlebell edgelord yourself.
Yeah. Wow.
Thanks, bros.
So we appreciate you.
Bros. Thank you, bros.
Thank you.
Soder.
Anything you want to promote or anything?
Listen to the Bonfire Monday through Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. on Faction Talk SiriusXM 103.
Yes.
Oh, baby. And check out his special on
Please.
HBO. And also, you can get it on Amazon Prime if you don't have HBO.
Oh, really?
Go get that HBO Max or the Amazon Prime, and you can watch.
Son of a Gary. I was there for the taping. It was a 5 kettlebell taping.
5 kettlebell taping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I broed out.
Yeah.
I let him know.
I believe it, bro.
Most of it was like, women.
Women, you need to suck your man.
Suck your man.
Suck your man more.
And he said it just like that. He was unsure of what he was going to say. It was like the first time he said it.
I really rolled into it.
Yeah.
Dude, real quick, Robby, one of my favorite moments of Graham and I's entire friendship was we were doing Woodshed WrestleMania at Creek in the Cave.
Oh, yeah.
And Graham K was going to be Bobby Heenan, and I was going to be
Bobby the
Andre
Brain.
The brain, yeah.
Yeah, Bobby the Brain, and he had brought a blonde wig, and we had all this stuff. And so I was trying to write jokes for like we could say.
He was Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first times Graham ever came over to my apartment, and I opened the door, and all I had was this like loaner laptop that was like more like a notepad.
It was one of those like things you buy to surf the web for $100.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so he walked in, and I was just on this tiny chair typing on this tiny laptop.
He was on a stool.
Yeah, I was on a stool, and it was a tiny stool, and how hard Graham laughed has never escaped me, because he was like, "Is this a bit? Are you doing a bit?" And I was just like, "No, I'm writing jokes."
No, I'm working very hard right now.
And he lived in a closet in that
I lived
apartment.
in a windowless room.
I'm not joking. He lived in the closet. He was like this giant man with everything was tiny.
God
He looked like
bless
a
you.
gorilla. Type
God bless you. It was
on a calculator.
Statistically,
I
the
was Harry and
second
the
poorest
Hendersons.
room in this apartment.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bottom, dude. Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for doing it.
Thanks for
Yeah.
doing it. Thanks so much for being on and teaching us.
Yeah.
Rock
We're
on,
clear.
edgelords.
Learning us.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
For real.
For real, yeah, this was fun as fuck, dude. You guys have a great podcast. That
Thanks,
was a lot of
man.
fun.
Got a real spit take.
It was a
Hey,
legit
that was-
spit take.
That honestly is the highlight of my day right now. That was fucking awesome. That was awesome.
All right, dude, we'll let you
I'll
go.
see you guys.
Thanks
Later.
so much. Bye.
Oh my God, Dan Soder, everybody.
Dan Soder.
So funny.
Yeah.
Truly funny. Truly an edgelord.
Rock hard.
I'm a solid rock. I'm on brick right
You
now.
really are.
Yes.
I'm checking and you are.
In fact, this is why we have to end the podcast.
Now look at
I need to
mine.
go handle this. Just flaccid. Totally soft.
Which is pretty good for me. It's not an innie.
Yeah, finally. Well, that is our podcast.
Like and subscribe, all that stuff. Mr. Graham K on Twitter, Instagram K on Instagram, at
Robbie Slovic on everything.
on everything. Scroll to the bottom of your little app. Hit the 5 stars.
Please hit that
or
5 stars.
we will kill ourselves.
We will have to kill
I'll
ourselves.
fucking kill
I
myself.
will kill you.
You're gonna kill me or them?
No, you.
Me.
Yes.
Great.
So you don't have to do it yourself.
Thank you. What a friend.
And God, if you do like this podcast, please tell a friend, share it with someone, let people know about the edgelords.
And once again, if you don't, we will kill ourselves.
We will end our lives.
And it's like we always say,
Fuck you.